let's see here. I'm just getting it straight before I share. I don't want to make you dizzy. All right, now I'm going to share. All right. All right, so like Miss Meyer said, 2.6, solve a formula for a specific variable. All right, so first when we're going to be solving a formula for a specific variable, we need to isolate the variable. Get it by itself on the other side of the equation. Okay, so let's look at, you're going to see some questions that look like this. And we've already solved equations before, so it's basically the same, but we're dealing with solving for certain or specific variables this time. So this one's going to say, you'll see something like this. So solve for y when x is 2 and in general. And I'll tell you what that means. So first of all, if we're solving for x and x is 2, we've done this before. So let's solve for 2. Or when x equals 2, sorry. Wait, am I going to do that later? No, we're going to do that now. Okay. So let me write this over here. Okay. It's telling us x is 2. Okay, so we're going to plug that in. So now we're left with the 3 times 2, which is our 6. Bring down your 2y, and your equals 6. And now we're just getting our numbers to one side. So we're going to take away our 6 here, away our 6. That leaves us 2y equals 0. We have to get our y by itself, so remember we divide by the 2. That cancels. Divide by 2. So y equals 0. So we've done that before, just a little quick review, plugging in the 2 for x. So when it says in general, it's going to tell you to solve for y when x is 2 and in general. What it means, what it means by in general is, okay, so let's write down our problem again. 3x plus 2y equals 6. Okay. So we want to solve for the y there. We're not substituting anything for any other variable. So we want to get the y by itself. So we want to take this whole 3x from over here, and now take it from over here. So now you're left with 2y equals 6 minus 3x. Now this is pretty much the same as what we did up here to get the y by itself. You're going to divide by 2, That's going to cancel, and you're going to divide by 2. So your answer is going to look like that. Do you guys have any questions on what I did there? You're not going to get like a single answer. You know, you're going to have it, it's going to look like that. Only way we're ever going to solve for the variables if we're plugging something in like we did up here, then we're going to get that solid number. So basically we did what it said, right? We solved for y. We got y equals 6 minus 3x divided by 2.
And I think when you go to put that in on varsity, you got to make sure that you put that whole 6 minus 3x up in the numerator and the 2 in the denominator.
Yes. Let's adjust this more. Okay.
I think what you have to do is like click a key, that like a fraction key, and put the stuff on top in first, and then put the 2 in the bottom.
Yeah, because if you guys put it in wrong at all, even if you have the right numbers, it's going to mark you wrong. So yeah, just be careful, make it look exactly like that. All right, let's look at this guy. This one wants us to solve for y. So we got to get the y by itself. So again, we're going to take this 3x away from there, so that cancels out. And then we're going to minus it from over here. So that one was fairly simple. We're left with 10 minus 3x. So y equals 10 minus 3x. Any questions on that so far, you guys? You good? Shout it out. Let me know. All right, then. Let's check out a little bit of a different looking one here. Let me just adjust my guy. Sorry. Okay. Let's look at P equals 2L plus 2W for L. So we want to solve the formula. We're trying to get L by itself, okay? I think I'm going to rewrite it over here, because that L bothers me. So P equals 2L plus 2W. All right. So if we are solving this for L, we want to get L by itself. So we're going to take away our 2W. So it cancels there. Then we're going to take away our 2W over here. So we're left with, did I write equal sign? No. P minus 2W equals 2L. Sorry, my brain went silly there for a minute. That's why I slowed down. Okay. So now we got to get the L by itself. So remember, we're going to divide by 2, so those 2's cancel. And then divide by 2. So we're left with L equals P minus 2W divided by 2. I don't like these as much. I like to solve and just get one number, but there you go. Any questions on that one, you guys? I'll give you a minute, and then we're going to do one more. We're going to do an example with a fraction in it. Am I good to move, or does anybody need me to wait a second? Okay, I'm going to take that silence as we are ready for our last one. Move him down again. I always move my paper and I don't have to. Let's move him. Okay, so you're going to see this one. There's something similar to this, you guys. Wants you to solve for h in the formula. It was spelled like that. Am I saying that wrong, Miss Myers? I want to say formula, but it was spelled like that. Formule? Is that how I'm saying it?
I think that's probably a typo.
Okay, because I wanted to write it the same, and I kept looking at it, and I'm like, formule? I think it means formula.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a typo on there.
Yeah.
And it should be formula.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that off, because that's going to bug me. It's still spelled wrong, but you know what I mean, guys. Okay. All right, so lovely fractions. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like fractions. But we're going to get rid of this fraction easy. So we have a equals 1/2 times b times h. So all you want to do, you want to, since we have our 2 here, we want to multiply each side by 2. Actually, I'm going to put the 2 over here, so. Okay. So now we're left with 2a equals, these 2's cancel. We're left with bh. I'm not putting the 1 in front. You can if you want, but it's just bh. And again, we're solving for h. So we want to get the h by itself. So we want to divide both sides by b. Those b's are going to cancel. So then we are left with 2a divided by b for our h. Any questions? Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm still focused on this. Formula. That makes me feel better. All right, guys, I will post this after class, so it will be in our notes. I'm going to stop sharing now.